Hey, what is up you guys? It is Annelies. If you clicked on this video, most likely you are interested in one thing and one thing only, and that is the Apple Watch. In this video, I'm going to teach you about the basics of the physical Apple Watch itself, things like the buttons, how to switch out the band, force touch, you might have never heard that word before, as well as how to change your watch face, which is this guy right here that tells the time and all that fun stuff. So if you are interested in any of that information, keep on watching this video because it's probably the perfect one for you. So I'm gonna go ahead and go over the physical watch as well as the buttons, things like that, and then we'll move over to watch faces. So we're gonna start on my right hand side, which is where the two buttons are that are on the side of the watch. You're gonna have your side button, which is the longer button, and then you're gonna have your digital crown, which is the circular raised one. Now, starting off with the side button, this button here has a few different features. So if you click your side button one time, it opens up a multitasking view. This way you can scroll through apps that you previously had opened and have easy access to them. If you click your side button twice, it's going to open up Apple Pay. I don't have any Apple Pay cards set up right now, so it's not going to show you any cards. But if you did have Apple Pay set up on your watch, there would be cards here. If you hold down your side button, this screen here is your power off / emergency SOS screen. If you slide this top guy, it will power it off the same way that it does on your iPhone. Now, emergency SOS, what that is if you slide through here, as well as hold your side button down for an extended period of time, it's going to make that loud sound as well as accompany with a vibration on your watch to alert you that you're about to activate emergency SOS, which will automatically call your local emergency service. That is it for the side button. Moving on to the digital crown. You can see that mine, if I use my flashlight here, has a red dot on it. Yours is probably going to be black, if it's not the Series 3 cellular version of the watch. The reason why this video looks kind of dark is it has to be dark for you to be able to see the electronic screen. My flash gives you a little bit better look at the watch, and you can see on that digital crown, there are some grooves on there. Kind of similar to the way in the United States we have our quarters and our dimes that have the little grooves on them. That's what it feels like. So your digital crown, and you can see really well in this shot here, kind of extends further off the watch than the side button is. So, if you click it once, if your watch is asleep, it wakes it up. It kind of acts as your home button, the same way it would on your iPhone. You click it once, it brings you out of whatever page you're on to your app screen. Click it again, it'll bring you back to your watch face. This is kind of your home base here. If you double click your digital crown, it brings you to your last opened app. Another thing you probably noticed me doing is scrolling using the digital crown. So if I open an app that requires me to scroll, such as messages, if I use the digital crown rather than my finger, see how that covers the entire screen? But if I use my digital crown, it allows me to scroll while I'm still seeing what is available on the screen. You'll see how handy it becomes with things like zooming in and out of your home page with all your apps, zooming out of pictures, and then a few other things too, which we'll get to eventually. Another thing your digital crown does is if you hold it down, it activates Siri. I'm going to bring back my light to show you the left side of the watch, which is going to have your speaker and your microphone. No buttons. Now we're going to go ahead and move on to the bottom of the watch. Now you can see here that there's some engraving around that circle right in the center. That's just telling you things like that it's an Apple Watch, what series it is. On older Apple Watches, it will also say the serial number. On the newer Apple Watches, it does not say that. Now the pad that is right in the center of your Apple Watch, you can see it is raised just a little bit. That's where your charging is, as well as these two side circles in the middle flash a green light to check your heart rate. Another thing you'll probably want to know how to do with your watch is how to change these bands, because they are interchangeable. What you'll see on the back of your Apple Watch are these tiny little buttons at the north and south end of your watch. Now the way to change your Apple Watch band, and this is how I normally do it, is I'll take my right hand and hold the body of my watch. I'll then use my right thumb to push down on this button, and what you have to do is hold that button down while you slide your band side to side, doesn't matter what side. Hold down the whole time, the band just slides right off, you can release that button, and now your band is off. But let's say you want to put a new watch band on, or the same one back. All you have to do is slide it in. No pressing of the button required. Now, one more feature of the watch I want to show you that some people don't even know about is force touch. Now, force touch is something that is built into your display of your Apple Watch, and it's pretty much what it's called. It's a forceful touch on your screen. So if you take your Apple Watch and press really hard on that screen, you're going to feel a vibration, and when you're on your watch face, you're going to see this happen. And that is going to be a smooth transition into how to change your watch face. So this guy right here, kind of like I mentioned, your home base, is called your watch face. And sometimes you want it to look different. Maybe you want a different picture there, maybe you just want a different color, you just want to change it for some reason. The easiest way to change it and to customize your watch face is by doing a force touch on your screen. And that's going to bring you to this view. Now you can see at the top here, it says modular. That's the type of watch face I'm using. You have customized down here at the bottom, and right here in the center, you have the watch face. You can swipe left to right between different watch faces. So we've got numerals, Mickey Mouse, Toy Story, Motion. These are just some of the ones I've chosen. As well as you have at the very end of that list, a new with a plus button. If you add that plus button, it's going to give you options to choose between different watch faces. We've got Explorer, Activity Analog, Chronograph, Color. A lot of these are analog watches, and I can't read time on an analog watch. I know, I'm an adult. And so I prefer to go with anything digital. I'm going to show you how to customize a watch face, and I'm going to go ahead and use the modular watch face as an example. So if we hit that customize button at the bottom, you're going to be brought up with this screen. Now on any of your watch faces, it's going to have a line lining the screen, as well as maybe a word at the top, or it might look something like this screen where all of your little features and gizmos and gadgets on your watch face are outlined. We're going to start with this one where it's all outlined and it says green. As you can imagine, that means it wants to change the color of my watch face. And the way you do that is you use your digital crown, and you're going to head and scroll on this digital crown. You have to kind of make a full or a half revolution in order to change the color. And then you're going to get this bounce back feature. That means you're at the end of the color wheel on that side. And just scroll the other way and you can go through all the different colors. And the way that you save that is you can just leave it as is, and we'll move on to the next screen. If you look at the tippy top of my screen, it's kind of hard to see, but you'll definitely be able to see it on yours. There are two little dots, and that lets you know that you can swipe. This next page is where you edit all the stuff that shows up on your watch. These little features and gizmos and gadgets are called complications. Complications is a word that is taken from the watch industry. When you have things like the depth reader on a watch, or maybe the date, and it's in the background of the time, that's called a complication. On the Apple Watch, of course, there's a ton of different options. So I'm just going to utilize this one in the center, which has date surrounded around it, and you can see all my other complications are gray. You can see all my other complications have a gray outline. That means that if I wanted to change that one, all I'd have to do is tap on it, and then it becomes green. Whatever one is highlighted is the one you're changing. And you use your digital crown in the same way to switch between all your different complications. So I have timer, weather, workout, reminders, now playing music, news. There's tons of different things. I prefer the date because it gives you the day of the week and the date right in front of you. I just find it the easiest to use. Now you're probably asking yourself, how do you save what you edited? So you've got a couple of ways. First is by doing a force touch on your screen and then tapping your watch face, and then it saves it. Your second way to save your watch face is by clicking your digital crown once, one more time, and there you are. And a third option for saving your watch face is by clicking your digital crown once, selecting your watch face, and then you're saved. There are tons of different options for all the complications you can have on your screen, so I highly encourage you to maybe go through those complications as well as scroll through the watch faces, see what ones you might like best. Who knows, Motion might be your perfect fit, or Mickey Mouse for a day at Disneyland. And that is it for this very first introduction on the Apple Watch. Like I said, we went over a few things like the buttons on the Apple Watch, how to use force touch, what is going on with this back area, as well as how to switch out your Apple Watch band, and then one of my favorites, how to switch out your watch face. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up before you leave. If you are new to my channel, please don't forget to subscribe. I make videos about tech stuff. I also make videos about tons of other things, so if you're interested in seeing a little bit more from me, hit that subscribe button. If you have any tech needs, like what to do with an Apple Watch, something about your iPhone or your iPad, I'm more of an Apple wizard, but I'm also really into learning about different sides of tech. So if you have any tech questions that you would like me to make a video about, leave that in the comments section down below. I always love seeing suggestions and what videos you guys would like to see. Otherwise, that is it for me. Stay beautiful, have a marvelous day, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!